Friends, have you heard of the 6 realms of reincarnation? Do you know what the true 6 realms are? The 6 realms of reincarnation is a doctrine in Buddhism about the cycle of life. It describes how life cycles through 6 different states of existence. These 6 states are the heaven realm, the realm where celestial beings reside. They enjoy immense blessings and happiness. But when their blessings are exhausted, they still need to reincarnate. The Asura Realm, meaning non-gods. Though they have heavenly blessings, they lack divine virtues. They often battle with gods. They are combative and easily angered. The human realm, the world where humans live, possessing wisdom and free will, capable of cultivating and attaining liberation. The animal realm refers to various animals. Their life state is mostly ignorance and suffering, lacking wisdom and freedom. The hungry ghost realm. They often suffer from hunger and thirst. It's difficult for them to obtain food and water, living in extreme hardship. The hell realm, a place of extreme suffering, such as burning, freezing, cutting, and so on. It's a place of retribution for evil deeds. The 6 realms reflect the Buddhist views on karma and retribution. They believe that the actions of sentient beings, good or evil, determine their state within the 6 realms. Through cultivation and accumulating good karma, beings can elevate their realm, ultimately reaching liberation from the cycle of reincarnation. That is nirvana. But what if I told you that the 6 realms as you think of them aren't real? Would you believe me? Actually, they're not the 6 places you imagine. Yet countless Buddhists have become obsessed, forgetting the essence and root of studying Buddhism. Why do I say this? First, the essence of the 6 realms is merely images manifested from our inner minds. They are the results reflected from the good and evil thoughts arising in our hearts. It's not that we only enter the 6 realms after we die. At this very moment, we're already within the 6 realms. This is what I've mentioned about the meaning of our coming to Earth. It's also our life's lesson. Don't believe me? Let's see. In the 6 realms, what does the hell realm represent in our daily lives? People who live unconsciously within painful emotions. When they're in such a state, they're in the hell realm. Isn't that so? For example, when you're deeply immersed in negative emotions, depression, fear, sadness, anger, resentment, anxiety, regret, and so on. Aren't you suffering as if living in hell? Can you still see the beauty of the world around you? This is what's called the hell realm. Then there's the hungry ghost realm. People who live unconsciously within desires, those completely dominated and driven by desires. Aren't they in fact in the hungry ghost realm? Chasing money, power, status, sex, alcohol, gourmet food, thrills, pleasures, and so on. People who live purely to pursue these things, who without them feel so empty they can't be alone or at peace. Under such a state, aren't they in the hungry ghost realm? Let me give an example. Suppose you earn $10,000 a day. You're driven madly and unconsciously by the increasing numbers in your account, working day and night. In the end, after a year, you die of exhaustion. Or perhaps the money you earn carries risks. You desperately chase after it, until one day your deeds are exposed. You're thrown into prison beyond redemption. So I ask you, is earning this money your blessing or your karma and disaster? Similarly, you get heavily drunk every week, play mahjong all night, can't resist nicotine, smoking 2 packs a day, can't resist junk food indulging daily, or can't resist sexual temptations, overindulging every day, under the control of these desires, engaging in completely unconscious indulgent behaviors. It seems you've obtained and enjoyed much. But are these your blessings or your karmic obstacles? Now let's look at the animal realm. People who unconsciously act recklessly, who don't even know what they're doing. Aren't they, at this moment, in the animal realm? For example, a person with road rage stops the car. Unable to hold back, rushes up and violently beats a female driver. I don't know if you've seen such videos. Sometimes road rage leads someone to crash their own car on the highway, perishing along with the car in front. There are cases we often see, due to emotional issues, debt problems, drunken fights, and so on, causing irreparable consequences to themselves or others. But after sobering up from their actions, they can't believe what they did before. Actually, even when teaching your child homework, you might fall into that kind of crazy unconscious behavior without knowing. Later, when you come to your senses, you deeply regret it. You can't believe why you acted like that, why you treated your child so harshly. Have you ever had such situations? We have many such moments of unconscious behavior in our lives, but at the time we're completely unaware. At such times, aren't we precisely in the animal realm? In today's familiar words, our animal nature replaces human nature, dominating our bodies. The above three states are the so-called three lower realms. If you've never awakened, your inner self has never been stirred. You've never realized the need to turn inward, to cultivate. Then, in a large part of your life, you've been painfully cycling among the three lower realms I've mentioned. Isn't that so? All right, now let's look at the so-called human realm. I think after hearing what I've just said, many might break into a cold sweat. Perhaps you won't simply classify yourself as being in the human realm anymore, because you clearly might still be in those three realms above. Back to the question, what exactly is the state of the human realm? The so-called human realm is when your inner self has just received enlightenment from higher wisdom. You've just acquired the conditions and opportunities to cultivate. You've just awakened. You see, this is why I always say, awakening isn't a big deal. It's just a beginning, merely a change in direction. The human realm means you're in a transitional state. You can at any time cultivate after awakening and ascend, or you can regress and return to the lower three realms to suffer. It all depends on whether you can grasp the true opportunity. When in this so-called human realm, it means your inner self has been inspired. You already know the direction you should truly head towards. This is an opportunity for true consciousness to arrive. Now let's look at the Asura Realm. What are people in this stage doing? They're evolving, gradually transforming from unconsciousness to consciousness, allowing awareness to arise. In this process, it can be complex, repetitive, entangled, even painful. In this stage, our consciousness isn't complete, nor entirely free. It might be a state of half consciousness, half unconsciousness. Although there's awareness, it hasn't reached true enlightenment. Finally, there's the heaven realm, or the celestial realm. This is a state of complete presence, the so-called understanding one's mind and seeing one's true nature, correct knowledge and correct awareness. At this time, you're in a state where knowledge and action are unified. Your inner self is free, joyful, peaceful, and content. You have the ability, through presence and awareness, to clearly understand all reactions to the previous three realms, remaining unmoved, achieving a state of true observation. That's reaching the so-called heaven realm. You've entered a state of unity between heaven and human. Now, have you noticed? The so-called six realms are just our six states. But if you look back, how many Buddhists mistakenly think of them as six places? All Buddhist scriptures talk about one thing: to let beings in ignorance enable your true mind to see your true nature. There's no other method. All scriptures. Their sole purpose isn't for you to seek enlightenment externally. All external seeking is essentially misguided. They're meant for you to use scriptures as a mirror. Use the six realms, demons, and ghosts as a mirror, all to reflect upon your inherently complete mind. All scriptures return to one. All phenomena return to one. All teachings return to one. The six realms, demons, and ghosts all return to one. This one is your true mind. The Bodhisattva isn't outside. Only when you turn inward and observe your mind. You are the Bodhisattva. Hell isn't outside either. When your mind gives rise to greed, anger, ignorance, arrogance, doubt, then you're in hell. The Buddha isn't outside. Let go of your obsessions and you become Buddha. The countless methods the Buddha taught. They're like boats crossing a river. The boat has only one purpose: to help you reach the other shore. It's meant for you to use, not to worship. But if you look around, many Buddhists treat the boat as a rare treasure. Not only do they not use it, they raise it high and worship it. If someone shows even a little disrespect to the boat, they immediately scold them. Such people are commonly known as overly attached to the teachings. They carry the boat around They're exhausted themselves, not to mention. They mislead others, claiming this is the right way, truly burdened with heavy sins. Lastly, I want to say, I'm not opposing concepts like past lives, demons, and ghosts. They're just illusions manifested from your inner mind. Don't be controlled by these illusions, leading you down a misguided path. The Buddha isn't outside. He's only in your heart. All scriptures are merely blessings, aiding us who have lost ourselves, a walking stick to help us return home. Home is the heart. Your true mind is inherently complete. There's nothing else besides the mind. Do you understand? Okay, finally, I'll say it again. The six realms aren't six places, but your own states. After listening to today's content, why not conduct a self-examination? Look at the half of life you've lived. In which of the six realms have you mostly been cycling? Thank you very much for listening to the end. I hope it has touched and inspired you. See you next time.